What's up, brothers and sisters? It's your brother G World 7_D. How's everything going this Friday? No, but I'm gonna do a video later on today. I may do one this evening. Yeah, maybe later on today or this evening, or at least by Sunday. What I'm gonna do is to talk about various different things, but I'm going to continue to talk about our true history, because you continue to hear these Pan-Africans. I mean, they are really, really, really extremely ignorant. You constantly hear them talk about that the abos don't know what they're talking about, and the information they continue to throw out there just all over the place is jumbled up. And no matter how much true information you give them, they still want to deflect and deny. That's typical from these buffoons, man. And we're going to have to realize that we don't need to be bothered with these fools. We don't need to go on their platforms. We don't need to do anything with these idiots, because they're just compulsive liars. And they're at the point where they know they're not making any sense. They just jumbling up information. It's getting to be really sad. And unfortunately, like most of the Pan-Africans out in the Northeast, or there's some older cats, man. Or in the Northeast, most of those people aren't of Aboriginal Black American descent. They generally are Caribbeans, Africans, or Latinos. They're not necessarily our people here. And it's really sad, because they continue to push that old lie that we all are Africans, and that's misinformation, very much misinformation. So we're going to really have to basically continue to challenge them. It's basically, like I said, don't go on their platforms, man. Don't go on their platforms. Don't even entertain those idiots. But just teach brothers and sisters who are willing to learn, and those who come in there trying to learn, continue to teach them. Do not listen to people like Umar Johnson. But first of all, he's Cuban, and he's been very disrespectful to our heritage, our ancestry. The things that he's been saying, the things he's been doing. He's extremely ignorant, man. Use the term pretendians and all. That's an ignorant man. An ignorant man with a PhD. That is one ignorant, dumbass dude, man. And that SETI, too, that's another idiot. They give out old, outdated misinformation. I remember during the 90s, man, I was getting tired of those clowns. All they did was talk about Egypt and Africa, and then the West African empires. You never heard them talk about the other black empires, the melanated empires that were around the world globally. They were just situated in northeastern Africa and then to West Africa. These individuals are extremely ignorant, man. And I come to the conclusion that most of them are paid agents, man. Because you would think that with all this valuable information out there, you will want to take some of that information and to use that for your own benefit. But instead, they will, on their platforms, they'll bring up mongoloid individuals attacking, saying racial epithets to people who identify themselves as Indian or Aboriginal, Indigenous, whatever. They'll have those clowns on there, and then they always talk about DNA. Not knowing, I remember it was during the 90s, they were trying to use that so-called DNA to try to say the Egyptians weren't black. Now, they're trying to say that you're not from here. And like I said before in other posts, is that the DNA that they're using for the Americas is that of Siberian Asians, not the Aboriginal people who are here. And then when they tell you European DNA, the original Europeans themselves were Negroes. The true Europeans were Negroes. So they're basically just throwing around information, give you half-ass information, half-truths, man. They give you half-truth. They're not giving you full truth. They give you half-truth. It's so sad. I've been studying this for years. When I hear these clowns do that, I just shake my head. Because I know Umar's a compulsive liar. I know Umar don't know what the hell he's talking about. I know Umar's full of it. Umar may sound good to some people because he knows how to speak. But when it comes to information, the man is giving you a bunch of lying-ass information. Misinformation. The guy is a clown. I'm telling you right now, the guy's a straight-up jackass and he's a clown. And we're not going to get in here and listen to people like Umar Johnson, who's Cuban. He's not even Aboriginal American. He's Cuban. He's Cuban. So what the hell is he talking about? He has no business speaking on our people's issues. Yeah, man, like I said, man, we're going to have to clean house. We're going to have to clean house. We're going to have to clean these Negroes out of here, man. We're going to have to get rid of these Negroes. Plain and simple. We're going to have to get rid of these Negroes, man. Because these Negroes going to have to go. They're going to have to go. Big time. I mean, out of the ballpark. Got to go. Because they're making too much damage and saying to me unfactual things. So I'm going to make a video tonight. I'm going to talk about, I may make a couple this weekend. But all I know is this, is that we cannot continue to allow people who may have the same skin tone as us, but whose agenda is not in line with us, speak for us. We got to stop that. We got to get out of this one global blackness thing, because a lot of these people who are so-called black really don't like us, but they're willing to profit and pimp our culture and want to be like us, but then turn around and hate us. No, we don't need that. We don't need that in our midst, man. We don't need that in our midst. We don't need that around us. What we need are people who are like-minded and willing to build and grow with us. So, I'm saying that, being succinct in that, and letting people know that we need to basically love ourselves and love our true history. Because if we don't love our true history, it's going to continue to wither away, and other people's going to continue to claim something that's not even theirs, but they're going to claim it if it is theirs. It's sad that for someone like Umar, who supposedly has a PhD, for him to be completely dumb on the black civilization on the other side of the Atlantic. But as usual, when the Negroes were educated by white folks, they basically regurgitating what their masters taught them. You hear that from Dr. Ma'at. You hear that from all that Fly Nubian Queen stuff, but you hear that from Sarah Sutasetti. You hear that from the Amon Ra Squad. You hear that from Sinetta, who's Dominican. I mean, come on, man. We gotta put it together. They don't speak for us, man. We're gonna have to really be honest with ourselves and really understand the fact is that because they look like us, that don't mean they down with us or they are us. They just look like us. Because people who look melanated were indigenous to the planet. And I want to say another thing. You get these dummies who sit there and say that, well, we weren't always here. That we're Africans, we came on a slave ship. How sick can you be? And I said before in other videos that these idiots don't think we have the intellectual wherewithal to have sailed around the planet. What silly, sick, simple-minded coons, man. Silly, sick, simple-minded coons who want to make our people ignorant. And it's truly sad, man. It's truly sad. Like I said before, in the previous post, well, this nigga came in and said, I didn't know what I was talking about, what you do. Saying that, I said those people, the pictures I showed you before of the Moors in Europe, those are Aboriginal black Europeans. No, those are Africans. They're Africans. I've been in archaeological sites. I have them too, you idiot. And I can tell you those weren't no goddamn Africans. They were so-called black people. They were black Europeans, but they weren't Africans. But in his mind, anyone with dark skin just an African. That to me is lazy research and just being totally ignorant to the truth and not wanting to know the truth. What is the terminology? See no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil. In their minds, seeing the truth is evil, hearing the truth is evil, and then speaking upon the truth is evil. So they put those blinders on all parts of their bodies. These are idiots, man. We're going to have to realize that we have idiots who look like us. So you need to do their background and check their papers. I'm serious. So brothers and sisters, I'm going to try to do a video this evening. I'm going to try to do a video this evening about our true history. But it's so frustrating because I give my sources, but some of these Negroes don't want to go out and read. Go and do the research themselves. They just, if the white man don't tell them that, if you don't say DNA, they won't believe it. It's sad. It's truly sad. That just tells you how mind screwed our people are, and how we've been really brainwashed, and how we've been truly conditioned to think so low of ourselves and what we can possibly have done in the past and what we can still do in the future. All right, then. Peace and love, brothers and sisters.